All right, welcome folks to another chilling journey into the unknown. Get ready because things are about to get properly unsettling. Last week we explored Level 0, that endless maze of yellow rooms and buzzing fluorescent lights. Many of you asked the same question in the comments. What happens if you actually find a way out of Level 0? Well, that's where today's nightmare begins. Because escaping Level 0 doesn't mean you're free. It just means you've graduated to something different. Welcome back to Horror Shadows. Today we're descending deeper into the Backrooms to Level 1, also known as the Habitable Zone. And before you get your hopes up about that name, let me be clear. Just because you can survive here doesn't mean you should want to. Level 1 is where the Backrooms stop pretending to be accidentally terrifying and start revealing their true nature. For those just joining us, Level 0 was that infinite office space nightmare: yellow walls, wet carpet, buzzing lights, and entities that hunt in the darkness between the flickering fluorescence. But what happens when you find one of those rare stairwells or elevators in Level 0? What happens when you're desperate enough to take any exit, even if you don't know where it leads? You end up in Level 1. And suddenly, those yellow rooms start looking like paradise. Level 1 immediately feels different from Level 0. Gone are the yellow walls and office carpeting. Instead, you're greeted by concrete floors, bare walls, and dim lighting that creates deep shadows in every corner. The first thing most people notice is the temperature. Level 1 is cold, not freezing, but that persistent chill that, just kind of seeps into your bones over time. The air is also thicker here, more humid, with a metallic taste that coats your tongue. But what really sets Level 1 apart is the infrastructure. This place has plumbing, it has electrical systems, there are rooms with actual purposes, storage areas, what look like maintenance spaces, even areas that resemble break rooms or cafeterias. This is why it's called the Habitable Zone. Unlike Level 0, Level 1 seems designed for human occupation. The question is, by whom? Level 1 is structured like a massive underground complex. Think of the basement levels of a huge office building or hospital service corridors, utility rooms, storage areas, but stretched out infinitely in all directions. The corridors are wider than Level 0, but somehow feel more claustrophobic because of the lower ceilings and darker lighting. You'll find rooms filled with industrial equipment, generators, boilers, electrical panels, some of which are actually functional. So, there are several distinct areas within Level 1. There's the pipe dreams section, where these massive pipes run all along the walls and ceiling, constantly dripping with condensation. Then you've got the electrical maze, where exposed wiring and circuit breakers, well, they create a deadly obstacle course. And most notably, there's the cafeteria complex, a series of connected dining areas and kitchens that honestly provide the only reliable source of food in the Backrooms. But here's the unsettling part. Everything in Level 1 shows signs of recent use. The equipment, it hums with activity. The cafeteria tables have crumbs on them. The break rooms even smell like someone just finished a cup of coffee. The question is, where is everyone? Unlike Level 0, Level 1 actually provides what you need to survive. The water fountains work, delivering clean, cold water. The cafeteria serves food, not great food, mind you, but it's edible. Vending machines are stocked and functional, though they only accept a strange currency that occasionally appears in your pockets while you're here. There are even sleeping areas, small rooms with basic cots and lockers. After the endless walking of Level 0, the ability to actually rest seems like a miracle. But survival comes with a price in Level 1. The food from the cafeteria has a strange aftertaste, and people report unusual dreams after eating it. The water, while clean, sometimes has a slight metallic flavor that gets stronger the longer you stay. And then there are the sounds. Level 1 is never quiet. There's always the hum of machinery, the drip of condensation, the distant sound of footsteps that stop whenever you try to follow them. Level 1's entities are more sophisticated than the simple predators of Level 0. They've adapted to this industrial environment, and some of them seem almost organized. First, there are the maintenance workers' humanoid figures in coveralls that appear to be servicing the equipment. They ignore you completely, unless you interfere with their work. But get too close, and they become extremely aggressive, wielding tools as weapons with disturbing efficiency. Then there are the Cafeteria Staff entities that run the food service areas. They appear human from a distance, but up close, their movements are too precise, their smiles too wide. They'll serve you food with unsettling politeness, but there are reports of people who lingered too long in the cafeteria and were recruited. But the most dangerous entities in Level 1 are the inspectors. These tall, thin figures in business attire carry clipboards and seem to be conducting some kind of evaluation of the facility. They take notes on everything, including the human survivors they encounter. People who've been inspected report feeling watched constantly afterward. Some eventually disappear entirely, though whether they escape to another level or become part of Level 1's permanent staff is unclear. Here's what makes Level 1 truly insidious. It's almost, well, comfortable. After the harsh environment of Level 0, having food, water, and shelter feels like salvation. Many people who reach Level 1 decide to stay, but comfort in the backrooms is always an illusion. The longer you stay in Level 1, the more you begin to feel like you belong there. The strange dreams become more vivid. You start understanding the logic of the maintenance workers. The cafeteria staff's smiles begin to seem normal. Some long-term residents of Level 1 report that they've forgotten what the outside world looks like. They remember it existed, but the details fade. Level 1 becomes their reality, and eventually they stop trying to leave. This is the real horror of the habitable zone. It's not trying to kill you quickly like Level 0. It's trying to make you forget you ever wanted to leave. For those determined to push deeper into the backrooms, escaping Level 1 requires more than just finding an exit. You have to resist the urge to stay, to settle, to accept this industrial purgatory as your new home. The exits are usually found in the deepest parts of the electrical maze, behind panels marked with warnings in languages that don't quite look familiar. Some lead to maintenance shafts that drop down to Level 2. Others lead to service elevators that seem to go both up and down simultaneously. But here's the catch. The longer you've been in Level 1, the harder it becomes to leave. The entities begin paying more attention to you. The exits become harder to find, and part of you starts to wonder if the uncertainty of the deeper levels is worth giving up the relative safety you found. Many explorers report that leaving Level 1 was the hardest decision they made in the backrooms, not because it was dangerous, but because it required abandoning the first place they'd felt safe since arriving. What makes Level 1 particularly disturbing is the implication behind its design. Level 0 could be explained as a glitch, an accident, a place where reality simply broke down. But Level 1 is clearly intentional. Someone or something designed this place to sustain human life. The question is why? Is it a way station for travelers going deeper? A processing center for something we don't understand? Or is it exactly what it appears to be, a place designed to trap people in the illusion of safety while slowly erasing their desire to return home? The entities in Level 1 aren't just predators or obstacles. They're part of a system, a hierarchy, an organization that seems to serve a purpose we're not meant to understand. Level 1 of the backrooms represents a different kind of horror than Level 0. Where Level 0 attacks you with chaos and disorientation, Level 1 seduces you with the promise of normalcy. It asks a terrifying question. If you were lost in an infinite maze, how long would it take before you stopped trying to find your way home? How comfortable would a prison need to be before you forgot it was a prison? Next week, we'll be exploring Level 2, also known as the pipe dreams. And trust me, after the relative hospitality of Level 1, Level 2 will remind you that the backrooms aren't interested in your comfort. If you're enjoying this journey through the backrooms, make sure to subscribe to Horror Shadows and hit that notification bell. Let me know in the comments. Would you be tempted to stay in level 1, or would you push forward to the unknown dangers below? And hey, share your own theories about what level 1 is really for. Is it a trap, a test, or something else entirely? Remember, even in places designed for human habitation, there are always shadows lurking just beyond the light.